Hello, all, and welcome to another qualifying match in this year's Galactic Podracing Tournament. I'm your host, Domare, and joined with me today is the ever omniscient Game Draco when it comes to predictions. Today, we're looking at a wonderful match between Nock, Dredge or Hellfire, Droopy Angora, and Lilac Dryad. This should be a great one. We got some people who are really trying to make it into the top 16 at all, and we have Hellfire who's looking to secure a spot in the top 8. How are you doing today, Draco?
Pretty good. This is going to be a high-stakes match. Dredge Hellfire is fighting for the top 8, and Nock is fighting for getting into the tournament at all. We're not so sure, but this probably is going to be deciding 16th and 17th.
Yeah, it should decide that in theory. Then also we have both Droopy and Lilac Dryad, newer players who I'm not really sure of the potential of when it comes to the match.
Yeah, no idea.
For those of you new to the tournament, the qualifiers are going to start with a 15-minute window on the first track, and there's going to be a total of 3 tracks. The second track will be a 30-minute window on Fire Mountain Rally, and the third track will be a 15-minute window on Ando Prime Centrum, but we're starting off on what is considered the beginner track of the game, Aquilaris Classic.
Here we go. Now we're starting.
Players are getting started. So let's go ahead and take a look at Hellfire's screen here. The openings to Aquilaris Classic are notable because of these hills that you have to go over if you want to take good lines. A lot of newer players won't really think about that. You got a split path here where this left route's going to be the faster route. Then you have a section through these doors, a very infamous section on this track, known to kill many people who are not paying attention. Oh, you got Droopy dying before getting to the doors, unfortunately. And we'll just follow Hellfire up to the last part of this lap. Deceptively difficult uphill section leading into the most iconic part that this track has, the figure 8 ending. Players will want to be on high heat going into it so that way they don't underheat, and high heat going into it on lap 3 so that they have an opportunity to boost as much as possible. Alright, but yeah, that was a very good lap 1 from Hellfire. 58 coming in from Lilac, not too bad.
Love how Dredge is using the flag view, which you don't usually see.
Yeah, it's definitely a unique one to go for. Alright. So we got 3 players currently on lap 2, and we have Droopy still trying to get a run that he's okay with accepting for a banker time here. Most players will at least try to get an easy banker time early on, so that way they don't have to worry about missing out on a chance to actually have a time at all, because that would be the worst case scenario. Oh, Lilac taking a death of the figure 8.
Right. Here we go.
Hellfire is getting close to the end of the lap. Appears to be on high 236, low 237 pace, which is what we would be expecting from them.
Uh-oh, he's going to have Clegg in the figure 8.
Alright. Let's see if we're lucky and don't die to Clegg here. And we have a
237.07.
Yeah, very nice from Hellfire. Hopefully we can get
237.073. That puts I think in 3rd place behind you and Kuro.
Yes, at the moment that is a not-show bot. Alright, Lilac coming up on hers, and it's going to be at 259.72. Wasn't sure what to expect from Lilac given how new they are to the game, but I know that Nock has been at least trying to coach him through stuff.
Looks like
Oh, 7.
Looks like Dredge is up, twitching his traction upgrade.
Yep. All right, so we have Droopy also in lap 3 now. Maybe he'll be able to get the banker time he's been looking for. Welcome, Leaf Green Sniper. You've only missed out on 2 runs being finished. Hellfire getting a 237.073 and Lilac coming in with the 259.722. All right, I would say that Droopy's looking for something in the 240s here. Let's see what he's got. Looks like he's gonna get
241.73.
All right, for Droopy, that's not bad at all.
Let's see what he shows. 241.727.
727. All right. Looks like he's not very happy with that time. He's going to instantly get back into it. And on the player's end, they have around 9.5 minutes left remaining.
Duck comes in with a 238.683.
All right, I've adjusted the volume a little bit, yeah. You said 683?
Yeah, it was a 238.683 or something. Or 638. That puts her ahead of Digital Unity, which is kind of critical if she wants to stay in this race. Sorry, Digital.
Yeah, Nox looking to get ahead of Digital here. They're both kind of fighting for that bottom spot. Hellfire and Lilac both on lap 3 once again. We'll see if Hellfire can find a way to claw to 236 today. Definitely the goal. Seems to be pretty close to that pace. So riding a little bit of high heat, so it's kind of difficult to tell. All right, let's see what we got here. Very nice lines coming up towards the ending. Decent heat. Ooh, not okay.
Oh, that's gonna do it.
There we go.
236.92.
That's definitely
236.918 for Hellfire.
That's definitely very good for Hellfire. Finally getting in here. And a 257 point, it looks like 83.
Yeah, 257.827.
All right. Small improvement, but an improvement nonetheless. Not closing out lap 2 here. To answer King Bean your question, Hellfire got a 236.918, Droopy 241.727. You have Nock closing out at 238.683, and Lilac sitting at 257.827. All right, Nox on lap 3 again. Maybe she's going for that 237 today. That would be a really important achievement to get if she wants to stay ahead of Digital.
Let's see what she can do.
Ability to beat Digital on every track. It's just a matter of doing it. So we'll see how today goes.
Yeah, she's been grinding the past few days just to compete in this.
Okay. Oh, doesn't look like it's going to be enough.
Fumbled the boost at the last second.
Ah, man. Oh, not taking a deadly crash there. Hellfire starting at lap 3, trying to make a little bit more time save, although they've definitely done a good enough job to be within the realm of what you'd expect for them on this track. Lilac seems to be on pace to be able to beat their previous time, so that's good. See if they can do it. Alright, Hellfire closing out lap 3 once again. The time to beat is 2:36.918. Oh, that is unfortunate.
Hellfire really tempting fate with the Clegg AI speed.
Alright, so we have 4.5 minutes remaining roughly before the players will no longer be able to reset.
255 from Liliac.
255. Another couple seconds taken off there. Very nice.
255.230. 520
I believe it was 328. It was a little pixelated. If we could get some confirmation.
Yeah, it was a little pixelated for me too.
Alright, Nox closing out of lap 2 here. We're going to need really clean gameplay for this third lap. There's a total of 25 runners in this year's tournament attempting to qualify into 16 spots. So these 4 have a lot of stiff competition. Particularly in this, we have Hellfire trying to make the top 8 and not trying to steal the bottom end of the top 16 away from Digital.
Oh! Black flag at the last lap for Nock.
Oh, man.
That was a good pace, too. What a bummer.
All right, looks like we got 3 players all relatively close to each other here. Middle of lap 2. I would say that Droopy's the one who's, if he wants to have an outside chance of getting into that top 16, he's really going to have to close out a better run here. Let's see this lap 2 time from Hellfire. 52.04 on relatively high heat from lap 1, so that's not too bad at all. Definitely could be on pace to beat the 2:36 already set. Doesn't appear Lilac's on the best pace for themselves yet. Yeah, Hellfire, Droopy, and Nock all going to be coming into the ending part of the lap relatively at the same time here, so keep your attention split.
Hellfire scraped. Here he comes up into the figure 8. Is he going to get lucky with Clegg?
Might be enough on pace. Let's see if we can get a good ending. I don't think it's going to be enough.
Ain't happening.
Oh, man. All right. Droopy.
239 for Droopy.
Wow. A very nice improvement from Droopy, going from 241 to 239. Let's see what that exact time is. 7:15. Very nice stuff. That's a very important time if he even wants to have an outside chance of getting into that top 16. Looks like Lilac's coming in with a 2:56, not enough to beat their current time. And Nock on the end of lap 3 again. The fastest time from this qual session has been a 236.918 from Hellfire. The fastest time achieved so far in the tournament would be a 235.3455 by myself.
Let's see what comes in here. Knocks on her final figure 8.
It's gonna have to really boost hard to get to that ending.
Oh!
Not again! Cursed in the last of the...
Black flag on the last lap again.
We got 15 seconds.
15 seconds. These are the final
Droopy's
attempts. Bro.
Choosing to sit with the time. It's probably gonna be the last reset from Knock here.
Window is closed. These are the final attempts for everyone.
Alright. Yep, no more attempts here.
And
Is Knock quitting out? Or did...
Knox can't count this one. She stopped after the buzzer.
Dang.
So we're just waiting on... Looks like we're just waiting on Hellfire.
Yeah, it looks like Knock missed the timing, unfortunately. Might have to ping off. Alright, Hellfire closing out their final attempt here. Let's see if it's gonna be enough.
Uh-oh.
We got Clegg at the end. Passes Clegg! Oh! And it's another small improvement.
Yep.
0.88. 881. Alright, so yeah, we have our final times from Aquilaris Classic. Next up is going to be Fire Mountain Rally. It's going to be a 30-minute window on one of the hardest tracks in the game, and one of only 2 tracks where playing as Bullseye is considered optimal for humans, at the very least.
It is also the longest track in the game by time.
Just a little bit of an update on some of our current standings. From these players, Hellfire is currently sitting at 3rd place on Aquilaris Classic. Knock is sitting at 6th place, I want to say, and then Droopy is just above Lilac, so second to last and last currently from those players. But we have a lot more of players to qualify, so we'll see how everything has to shape up going forward.
You madman, Hellfire. Using Ben on Fire Mountain Rally.
Hellfire really should go for a banker Bullseye time first, but Hellfire just can't stop themselves from playing as Ben.
I mean, you can't afford to slack off or do things like this, so this is not really good if he wants to stay in the top bracket.
I don't agree with the decision, but Hellfire is capable of getting a good enough time regardless, even with Ben. Hellfire is certainly faster than most players on Bullseye, just using Ben here, which is pretty ridiculous. Alright, looks like we're getting started here. If you're wondering what we're going to look for Hellfire, with Ben it'd be around a 5:15, with Bullseye it'd be around a 5:10. So hopefully they'll switch over and get a better time here. Knock is looking to get somewhere in that 5:20s to 5:30s range. I'm not really sure what they're capable of overall. I know the last I saw they had like a 5:33 PB, so see if they can shape up to that. Droopy's looking to find a miracle run into the high 5:30s like he did the one time. And I'm not really sure what to expect from Lilac at all here.
Yeah.
Alright, so if we go ahead and follow Knock through this section here, just coming out of the forest, one of the hardest sections in the game to do very well. It leads onto some long straightaways heading towards the volcano that'll feel very familiar from Inferno, but is not Inferno. And and also going by the arguably worst terrain to drive over in the game in the lava sections. All right, Nox coming up into Cheeseland here, another one of the hardest sections in the game. Very difficult to boost enough through it to really play optimally. So we'll see how aggressive all the players are here. Oh, I am surprised that Nox survived that. All right, not coming up to the end of lap 1. Hopefully going to get a clean banker time to start. Oh my word, so many bonks in a row right there.
Yeah, that was a rough ride.
Still gonna be a pretty solid lap 1 from Nock there with a minute 52. Droopy also coming up at the end here, a little slower to 1:57.84. Yeah, Ace, the Hellfire does love using the quad father here, that's for sure. Ace sounding like Asder in the chat.
Oh my god.
Oh! Not taking a pretty rough looking crash there. Bouncing off of the walls in the forest. Giving an opportunity for Droopy to catch up there, actually. Alright, looks like Hellfire is coming up to the end of lap 1 with the quad father.
And it is a 147 with some big bonks.
Woo. I don't know how Hellfire is still alive, and they're choosing to reset.
Oh my god.
That certainly wasn't the best lap 1 from Ben I've ever seen here for Hellfire, so definitely respectable to reset there, but gotta keep in mind the time. Already down to only 25 minutes left. Could have finished FMR once already.
Which none of them have, I think.
Yeah. Nock would have been decently far along, but yeah, definitely falling behind here with those deaths.
157.
157, ooh. Let's see what we can get from Droopy here. 155, brought back a couple seconds. Again, Droopy has a 536 PB, but he says that that was kind of a fluke, so we'll just see what can happen here. I missed what Lilac's lap 1 time was, but it appears to have been somewhere a little over 2 minutes, so looking like a 6-minute time from Lilac here, possibly. Oh, Droopy taking a crash early in the forest there. Definitely not going to help his aspirations to find out if he can get another 530.
Oh my god. Dredge, you should be using Bullseye.
Hellfire just can't resist to the meme power of using Ben here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really hope that they'll at least switch to Bullseye for half of the allotted time. Alright, not coming up on the lap 3 Cheeseland here. It's going to be crucial to see if she can pull out a 530 of some kind, at least. Might be a 540 because of those deaths. Alright. Gets enough of the boost holds on the uphill. Ooh. Some unfortunate bonks here close to the end. Still going to be a sub 540 despite 2 deaths coming in with a 538. And
538.
47 lap 3. That's blisteringly fast for
538.527 for Nock. And Droopy coming in with a 551. Ooh, go. Hill death.
Oh, yeah, that's not a fun one. Lilac choosing to reset. Looking like
551.646.
For reference, if Nock wants to stay ahead to the digital, she's going to need to get a 533.4 or better, because digital has a 533.516. Otherwise, we'll have to see if she can bank it on a PC or if digital will win out somehow. Alright, all of our players are back to lap 1. And with 22 minutes remaining, still plenty of time. Oh! Hellfire getting a very unique death there, dying on that cut through the volcano section. Don't think
He's crashed a few times in the volcano section in some very odd ways. Okay, I think he's switching to Bullseye.
Yeah, making the correct choice. Just switch to Bullseye here. Or maybe just changing traction, one of the two. Uh-oh. Oh, just changing traction. Oh my word.
Oh my god, Hellfire, what are you gonna do? Try to get a DNF and lose your whole bracket?
Maybe Hellfire's trying to get into that bottom bracket. Alrighty. Once again, all of our players are on lap 1, so hopefully they can find it in themselves to get a good run going here soon. We do still have 20-ish odd minutes remaining, so definitely not the end of the world yet, but we really want to get that banker time like Nock and Droopy have at the very least.
And
ooh, death in Cheeseland for Nock there. Lilac taking some heavy damage from Cheeseland, but not quite dying. Definitely not on the pace that she was last time, as far as I'm aware. 20 minutes on the dot. Oof. But there should be like a 30-ish second delay, so a bit after we say no more resets, there may be a last second reset. Always plausible.
Hellfire really tempting fate with Ben.
Oh, going into the warning there is Lilac. After getting a 2:10 something, I didn't catch the exact lap one time. Nock, you can clearly tell, has put in a lot of practice here with Bullseye, getting a lot of relatively good strategies, so good on them for that.
Oh God, Hellfire, what are you doing?
Hellfire choosing to stubbornly go for more attempts with Ben here. I really hope they switch for the last 15 minutes if they don't get a run, though. Droopy is our only player past lap 1.
And Dredge and Hellfire is still yet to put in a time.
Yeah, Lilac also missing a time so far, so hopefully we can get both those players to get something down here at some point soon. Very easy to spend a lot longer than 30 minutes without finishing a run in FMR if you're not careful.
Yeah.
Some rough blocks there for Lilac. Gonna be, again, not quite her best first lap that she's had so far. And taking a death at the end of Cheeseland, too.
I'm amazed Hellfire survived that.
Appears to have increased the traction enough to not be able to get the full boost hold on the uphill, but maybe have some more consistency elsewhere. Oh, right as I say that.
Oh my god, Hellfire.
Consistency out the window.
Yeah. Oh my god.
228? No, 220 flat. That's what it was. Lilac. Oh, Knock pinballing a little bit at the end of lap 2. I didn't quite catch what Droopy's lap 2 time was, but he is probably on pace to be faster than what he got the first time.
147 from Knock.
That's definitely a pacer right there. If Knock can keep that up, that's going to be a great time. Hellfire dying in the volcano section once again. Droopy taking some heavy damage. Oh man. Let's hope this doesn't kill his run here. Using the opportunity to repair before the shortcut where he would have had to break anyways. Not bad plan.
No. I know sometimes in the game I've used the repair as a break when I had to.
Yeah, it looks like he's on pace to shatter his 551, even if he completely throws the ending here. He's relatively on pace to get close to his PB too, and he's gonna pull out a 538. That is a great time for Droopy. Only 2 seconds off his PB that he called a fluke. As far as I'm aware, that's the only other time he's gotten below 540. Good job, Droopy. 538.381.
Big damage on Knock towards the end.
Yeah, Knock's gonna have to close out a slightly faster time, and this is definitely looking to be a little bit faster. Maybe even PB pace as far as I'm aware of times.
Come on.
Gonna have to boost towards the end here. And
531.82.
Digital once again.
531.822 for Knock.
Incredible work here from both Droopy and Knock so far. Lilac is on lap 3, so we'll have to see what she can close out of the final time. Well, not final, but at least a lap 3 time, hopefully.
and then Dredge stubbornly sticking to Ben and failing miserably.
Yeah, I think we've only seen one completed lap here from Hellfire. Very concerning given that we are past the halfway mark. There are 14 minutes remaining. Alright, Hellfire is coming to the end of lap 1 again, though. See if they can get through it cleanly. Lilac taking an unfortunate death through the secondary volcano section. Looking like a 146 from Hellfire. Definitely makes sense for Ben here. I'd say it's close to on pace for 514, 515 range, which is about what Hellfire wants to get. Oh! It gets killed by the waterfall despite tilting.
That's a nasty texture kill spot.
Yeah, that one is always really unfortunate. I think they might have been sliding a little bit, and if you slide on that hill, it can kill you. All right, Lilac coming in here looks to be just above the 7-minute mark with a couple deaths. A 7:02.63, I want to say it is.
Oh, I'm just looking at the chat. Ace said about Hellfire, how to risk your top 8 spot, then edition.
Oh, I only saw the 6 part. I did not see what the exact decimal was. Let me see if I can. 632. All right. This is why we keep the stream open, people. This is why we keep the stream open. We have 11 minutes remaining on the clock. Yeah, 11 and a half. I was rounding. It really is not a lot. I was really hoping that Hellfire would have switched to Bullseye for half of the time if they hadn't gotten a bend time yet. So definitely some concern here. Oh, died again.
Ay, ay, ay. Really tempting fate there, Hellfire.
All right, Droopy at the start of lap 3 again. Not sure if he's on pace to bop his already really high quality run for his standard. But hopefully he'll maybe be able to pull out a PB here in quals.
I wonder if it's a comfort thing with Hellfire, because I know he mentioned he was more comfortable using Ben on the track than Bullseye.
I mean, it could be, but Ben is just objectively harder to get a run with here.
And not optimal from a human standpoint either.
Yeah, Hellfire has a 5.10 with Bullseye, so I was really hoping we were going to see something in that ballpark today.
Looks like it ain't happening.
Yeah, Metallica's definitely planning that next flap skip to try to beat Goofback on Inferno. I can see that already. No, Bullseye is faster than Ben in the test by like a mile. Ben is only a little faster than Bullseye even on FMR, and FMR has a lot more straights. Yeah, no problem, Mike. Alright, all of our players are on lap 1, but Lilac is coming to the end on a significantly better pace than their banked 7:02. So that's good.
Synchronized death from knocking Droopy.
Alright, and Hellfire coming into Cheeseland. 8 minutes left. The pressure is really on to get a run here for Hellfire, the only player not to have banked a time yet. And let me tell you, about any time is going to be better than not getting a time at all, because that will put you at the very end of the curve automatically. All right, Hellfire coming in with a low 146 lap 1. That's pretty good for Ben. Now we just need 2 whole completed laps additionally.
I didn't even think Hellfire would do this.
I know I'm asking a lot, Asder. I know. Ooh, Lilac getting some sparkling red and into a death. Classic reset combo right there. Hellfire not dying in the volcano again, always a good sign. Coming in through the fake Inferno section. And approaching Cheese Land, very difficult part to do properly with Ben. Very easy to die at clip a corner. Choosing to break a lot there. Interesting. Hellfire seems to be playing a little more passive, realizing maybe that there is a lack of time remaining. We are now below 7 minutes remaining to do resets.
Uh-oh.
All right. Hellfire approaching the end of lap 2. Woo.
That was a close call.
All right. Oh
no! What are you doing, Hellfire?
Dying to the corner before the end of the lap and resetting again. Oh no. Hellfire's definitely giving us all a scare right now. Oh man, this is getting stressful.
What?
Maybe it is a sum of best laps for Hellfire. You never know, King Bean. You never know. Oh, it's definitely bad. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Droopy coming up on the end of lap 1 again. He seems to be relatively on pace with his time that he has. In fact, he's significantly ahead of it. I take it back. That is a quick lap 1 from Droopy there.
Combination using Ben and a Perfectionist. Not a good combo on this track.
All right. There are 5 minutes remaining to do resets now.
Oh, Hellfire really tempting fate now.
Oh my word. 145 lap 1, but clips that corner again. Really giving us all a scare.
Maybe this is why Ben rented his pod.
Yeah, that could be, Draco. That could be. All right, Droopy, lap 2 shortcut. Oh, gets into the red. Oh no. No, Droopy. There goes that incredible lap 1 pace, dead to the shortcut of Cheeseland. Hellfire is halfway through lap 2. They're gonna. Oh no! Slipping off the ramp.
No!
Choosing to stay on Ben again. There's only 3.5 minutes left here. Hellfire's gonna have to get something on the boards.
One said he won't make it.
Oh boy. Hellfire's gonna have to make it, even if with deaths. Oh. Is that a... Oh, I thought that was a quit race for a second. Is that a quit race? Are we switching to bullseye and just the ending of the ending?
Oh Oh no! What are you doing, Hellfire?
To training. Oh my. Are we staying on Ben again? We are not. We're going to Bullseye. Gonna make a last ditch attempt for the Bullseye here. We got 2.5 minutes remaining.
Oh my god, sometimes this might be too little too late.
Looks like Nox choosing to sit on the 531-822.
Panic play by Hellfire.
Yeah, Hellfire definitely committed to the bit there. Arguably a little too much. Gonna need a quick, fast 3 laps here. Hopefully clean. Droopy pausing only to unpause and die there. Not literally pausing, but still. Oh, man. Surely it'll go flawlessly, Gale. I agree. There could be no problems.
Fire.
Oh boy!
Really... No!
Race with 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining.
No! What are you doing, Hellfire?
Hellfire choosing to not take any opportunity to finish a run here.
Feel like if he doesn't get a good time with Bullseye, like this literal run, he threw his position in the top 8.
Yeah, that would open some doors for some other players if Hellfire somehow fails to get a good enough FMR time here. There's a couple contentious spots at that remaining of the bottom of the top 8 there. I would say both Gale and Homra really looking to make some runs at it. And yeah, we have 30 seconds left.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
It's now or never for Hellfire.
Oh, Lilac taking a nasty crash and saying that they're going to have to be back in a few minutes in D-tilt. So we'll be back for APC. All right. And that is time. So I'm going to go ahead and play. All right. Well, that's the last reset for Hellfire.
Time's up. Hellfire straight on the buzzer. It's now or never. No! He got a DNF!
I think it might have been just fine because of the delay. So we'll consider this the last possible run. Otherwise, Hellfire will not have a submitted time. So Hellfire is going to have to take whatever happens here, no matter how awful it is. Oh, boy. Yeah, it depends on Hellfire's clock here. So I did ping and say there was no more resets, and hopefully that was just stream delay. I believe it should have been. But we do have 3 finalized times, and given our players plenty of time to warm up on Ando Prime Centrum as Hellfire looks to get a singular run at the very last second.
Oh my God. Hellfire, what have you done, Oh my God.
Truly a scary showing. No doubts of that, huh? All right, well, all eyes are on Hellfire, hoping that they can somehow finish something out. You do not have to do the pen time. A 146 with Bullseye, probably playing a little safe here, I'd imagine. Trying to just not die. Let me see if I can get Hellfire's audio. Yeah, there we go. Give us a little bit of sound for it.
I am out of words because of what Hellfire has done.
Yeah, it's pretty difficult to come up with anything new to say after all of that. I mean, it's just so stressful to wait until the literal last second to reset and just hope that you get a run that you like.
I suspect this is something we're going to be talking about in the post-match interview.
It'd be pretty hard to not talk about it.
Oh my God.
Axel, you've missed all of track 1, and you're seeing the very last run from Hellfire here on track 2. So we got one more left in Ando Prime Centrum. Hellfire has yet to submit a finished run for Fire Mountain Rally, and this was the buzzer beater reset, so we're really going to have to see how this goes.
No! Oh, keep on going, Hellfire!
That's the one on pause you get! Oh, no.
148 despite a death.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Hellfire is definitively tilted, but oh man, I would be if I were them.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a rough one.
No! Oh!
You can really feel the anxiety from all of us here. Just pent up from watching Hellfire reset endlessly with Ben.
like perfectionist levels of resetting.
Yeah, and to a fault for there's no doubt about that one.
Because
all right, coming up to lap 3 Cheeseland. Let's see if Hellfire can get a decent lap 3 time. Yeah, still on pace to get a sub 520, as Homer points out, which might end up being good enough to get top 8. Oh no! Crap!
No!
What? Hellfire, you... Oh my word. I'm not sure what the rules are on pausing a second time there. I thought that we couldn't pause twice, but we're going to have to assess the damages there. This is a 521.
Oh!
Yeah.
What a way to go!
521.585. Let's go ahead and put that in there for now, but we're going to have to assess... We're going to have to reassess that one for sure and see what's going to be the ruling for that.
Yeah.
Wow. Not what I was anticipating whatsoever from Hellfire there. All right. Well, on a happier note, we are now in the aesthetic Ando Prime track, as I like to think of it as. Ando Prime Centrum. The only truly city track in the game where you get to see what path is the fastest, but hopefully all of these players will know what they need to do. The easiest of the tracks in the invitational circuit, and often considered a pretty mid-track difficulty-wise, although I personally don't think it's a very difficult track relative to some other ones people put below it. So we'll have to see how these players do. Hellfire is going to be looking for something in the 235, 236 range. Nock has a 238, which would be barely enough to beat Digital is 238. So Nock practically has a PB, has to PB here. But Nock did beat Digital on the other two tracks, so if she doesn't beat Digital on the third track, it's going to come down to placements. But having 2 out of 3 would be significantly better position. Alright. All of our players have started here, and you can see some possible variations in that first opening line, but they should line back up again here for this hairpin section. Which Hellfire does relatively cleanly. Lilac taking some bonks, but not taking the route through the pillar. For some reason, that pillar only has collision on the bottom half, despite them putting a jump in front of it. Sometimes you have to wonder if they really thought about the track design on that one. Let's put a jump right before we don't put collision on an object. Alright, Hellfire coming in with a 52.3 lap 1. Could get a 56 from that. Lilac with a minute flat. Droopy's getting close to the end of lap 1 here. I'm not very good at telling the pace on this track until you hit the actual lap time, if I'm being completely honest, but I think Droopy's looking for something in the 240s. Yeah, 242 is his PB. I imagine he's looking for a 243. Hellfire currently performing a lot better in the capacity of not completely throwing all opportunities to reset, which is always good to see.
It's a new lap record.
Definitely on a mid-high 236 pace at the moment.
I'm still a little scarred from that Fire Mountain run train wreck.
It's not that the name is wrong for Hellfire, it's just that it's kind of a discrepancy between Discord name within the community, name on Twitch, name on YouTube. There's a lot of names for Dredge Hellfire. Alright, coming up to the end of lap 3. I will say to King Bean that I don't think only having those 2 tracks would be good enough. It looks like a 236.954.
That's what it looks like to me, yep.
Yeah, that fire was a little tragic.
I would agree. I was going to say that fire was heartbreaking.
Definitely could get a 235 here. Not coming up on the end of lap 3 as well. Let's go ahead and take a peep at that. Again, looking for a 238 of some kind.
39.40.
Not quite good enough to beat Digital. Digital has a 238.724. All right. We have 10 minutes remaining on the clock, so roughly 2/3 of our time. It looks like Hellfire is just taking a bit of a break there. Possibly tilted off the face of the earth after that FMR. Lilac sitting on a red shining engine part right there. That was interesting. I'm not certain that Hellfire is actually going to come back for this one. They were in a VC with Droopy this whole time, and I can tell that they no longer are in said voice call, so I'm not sure. Let me go ahead and switch the audio here. All right, so now we're taking a listen in on Knock. Lilac appears to be coming up on the end half of lap 3. Believe they're looking to get a 3-minute flat time, roughly. All right, and 3 minutes flat. Look at that. Right on the dot. And it's going to be a 0.295, I would say that was 296, I believe. Yeah, 296. Not closing out lap 2. Might be fast enough to have an opportunity to beat Digital here. Oh man. Droopy taking a death on the ice right at the beginning. That ice can be a little hard to survive if you don't know to go to the left side of it. Oh my god.
I noticed
Lilac just clipped through the collision and died on the pillar. I'm not sure I've ever seen anybody die like that before. It's very interesting. Yeah, definitely, it's definitely something there, Yam. No way to truly determine exactly what Hellfire's gone through here. I mean, that has to be really bad for your mental if you struggled that much to get through FMR. We got 7 minutes on the clock, a little under half of our time remains. Let's see if we can have any more wild upsets here. Coming in with about an expected lap 1.
Yeah, this is just...
$53.40 from Knock. Not
for sure
the pace that she's looking for.
Oh my god.
Droopy scaring me with those lines. Oh, Knock taking a crash right before the hairpin. Very easy to do.
It is. This track can be real sucker punchy.
Yeah, it has its moments where it can deceive you into thinking you're safe and just take everything away from you.
Yeah. Worst. Yeah,
right.
particularly.
Droopy on a pace. He's, again, looking to get in that 240s range. And he seems to be on pace for maybe a high 243, low 244 if he can keep this up.
For sure. It's Dredge looking like coming back for some more.
Okay, that's good. I was worried that they'd tilted off the face of the earth, but they probably just took a little bit of a breather, get the nerves out of the system.
Oh man. I know if I were in that position, I'd probably be still fried with nerves.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that sounds about right for Hellfire. All right, Droopy does get a low 243 coming with a very good lap. Very good lap there. All right, and we have 5 minutes remaining. Yeah, definitely was a little bit worried about if Hellfire was going to do some more runs, but yeah. Droopy beat Balmus on this track. That's very good for Droopy. Balmus has been around for around a year or so, but didn't really practice that whole time. So I would say they're relatively on similar footing. All right, both Hellfire and Knock on lap 2. Knock a little bit further and definitely in a more precarious position when it comes to getting into the bracket. Hellfire, if that fight... Well, actually, Hellfire probably doesn't need the FMR time to qualify. It's just a matter of positioning and trying to get into that top 8.
Yeah. Knock on the final lap.
Oh, man.
Shows an orange engine. I'm a little concerned about this force chain because this is where you can scrape quite badly.
Yeah. Avoids the walls. Very good. Okay.
Avoids the walls. Oh!
Okay.
At least she got knocked out. She's not in the red, though.
Yeah, somehow still okay enough, but definitely having a lot of underheating because of that.
Yeah. Here's where she could
boost
make it.
Pattern. Don't think you can. The heat's gonna be decent. The heat's actually pretty fine. Let's see, is it gonna be fast enough? And it's not faster. Oh man. Just a hair slower than their previous time. No fire in the lap 2 hairpins. Probably should be aiming for a 2:35 here, but with only 2.5 minutes remaining, will be a little uncertain. Currently, Knock has a 2:39.402. And the goal time for Knock would be to beat Digital's 2:38.724. Hellfire doesn't appear to be on pace to get a 2:35. Could maybe get something faster than what they got before. They have enough time to finish this run and get another one. Droopy coming in with another time, 2:43.04. That's very close to his PB there, 041. Very nice driving from Droopy. All right, Hellfire at the end of lap 3. See if they can close out a time faster than what they currently have, which is a 2:36.954. It might just barely.
No, he got fired again.
Oh my word! 1 minute remaining on the clock. She could not avoid fire for a second run. Oh, let's see. Lilac coming up at the end of lap 3 will have time to reset if they choose to, with a new time, 2:56. Nice improvement of a little under 4 seconds. That's a good point, Ace. If Hellfire wants to have a chance at top 8 over Nacho, they need to get a run faster, and that is the time being up.
Yep, time is up. Last attempts for all of them.
All right. 52.0, that's definitely fast enough to beat Nacho based off that.
Barely beats Digital with a 238.67.
Oh my word. Not clutching the Digital sweep, securing themselves above Digital in the seeding. So unless there's some upsets, not should be good to get into the bracket. It might be the reason that Digital doesn't make it. Looks like Lilac is going to go ahead and take her 256. Droopy saying that he's good with the 243. And I'm not sure if Nock caught the message of no more resets or if they just barely were in the time limit here. 52.68 from Hellfire. Gonna need a banger of a lap 3 where they don't catch fire to get ahead of Nacho again. So it's all gonna come down to clutching this out. Little bit of a slow hairpin, but it's better than dying or bonking a lot. Avoids the triangle of death, as I like to think of it. All right. Right at the end here, the last section. I think that heat timing is going to work out. Just needs to not catch fire again. All right. And is that going to be it?
Yep, that's it.
236.42.
236.417.
That's going to put Hellfire ahead of Nacho once again. I'm not sure how the points will work out. I believe that'll put him ahead in points, yeah. Swapped points there. Now Hellfire is 10 points ahead of Nacho. Assuming that Fire Mountain is good by rules. That's the kicker. Alright, I'm not 100% certain again if Nock's gonna have this run count or not, just because of the timing of it. We'll have to see here. Can always look back at the time and see how that goes around.
We're going to be a strong PD too, which is a shame.
Yeah, 238.21. So that would be good for a Nock if it can count. 214. So we'll have to look at that back.
But she's still guaranteed ahead of Digital though, because her time before the buzzer beat it too.
It should be locked in regardless, and Hellfire should be locked in even if the Fire Mountain DQs. But yeah,
what a roller coaster, eh?
That's saying the least. This has definitely been a roller coaster. Oh man, welcome everybody. I guess congratulations to Nock for bopping every single one of Digital's times.
Yeah, that was the goal. I'm glad I made it. I think I bopped Lightning's APC too, so I'm feeling good.
Did your timer say that you had some time left, I assume, when you restarted that last run, I take it?
Yeah, I restarted before you said anything.
Okay, so cool. Stream delay is just bad sometimes. It's hard to tell. Let's see here. I guess the biggest elephant in the room, Hellfire, that was some risky choices on FMR there.
I'm unbelievably upset right now.
I believe that. I would be too.
I don't know. I obviously can't do this.
I mean, it's just a stressful situation to be on FMR in any situation outside of ILs. I mean, it's just very difficult to get what you want out of it.
Yeah, it's a scary track for qualifiers.
Yeah.
No doubt about that.
Definitely a difficult one.
Droopy, you were playing out of your mind there, getting all sorts of times that you were not expecting, I don't believe.
Yeah, first the 239 on HUC. Finally I got it. And I'm so glad it happened live. And for the 538 on FMR, I'm still surprised. Again, guys, it's a fluke.
Hey, we take those.
Fluke being a good thing in this situation.
I agree. Yeah.
Some very good starting times that you've managed to claw out for yourself there, Lilac. Nice showing today.
Yeah, I was a little upset with myself for FMR. I was nowhere near my PB on that one, but I managed to get 2 PBs on the other two, so I really can't complain.
Yeah, fair enough. That's always good to hear, at least.
Yeah.
Oh man, this has been a very interesting qualifier, to say the least. So, in theory, right now, as things are shaping up, both Hellfire and Nock should be able to qualify, even if the rules are pointing out in FMR, because the one thing that we're a little uncertain of, I believe it should be fine because it specifies matches and not qualifying, but the pausing twice is normally considered a DQ in actual matches.
Oh.
So we will have to double check with that, but it should still count.
I was so upset at that point.
Yeah,
I have nothing else to say. I'm really mad right now. Honestly.
Yeah, I definitely get it. You were able to pull out at least a couple times. Yeah, you got a 236 on AQC, which is very good, and you managed to get ahead of Nacho at the last second there on APC. So you are currently ahead of Nacho in points, which means that you're right on that bubble for making the top 8, depending on how both Gale and Homer do. And possibly even Paige. It's going to be very interesting to see how everything shapes up in the future.
Just, why did you go with Ben all that time? We were just incredulous.
I don't know.
Huh? If it's what you know, it's what you know.
Yeah.
It's probably worse to switch pods last second.
Yeah, I was kind of half tempted to switch to a different pod for FMR because Bullseye is just so temperamental.
Yeah.
It's not even temperamental, just like the little hits. Like there were so many times where I thought I would be fine, like glanced off the wall and then, oh, I'm dead. Excellent. Okay.
Yeah, Bullseye is the second most fragile, second only to Slide Paramita, so very easy to crash with him.
Yeah.
When that guy turns too quick,
Yeah.
going back to Ben after, you're like, wait, do I turn? Oh, yes, I do. Okay. Oh, it was Bullseye. Fine.
There's a reason we call Bullseye glass bones.
Good job to everybody here for getting some really banger times and some really stressful and hype situations in there. It's going to be really fun to see how everything develops with the points and other people's times. We're going to have a lot more qualifying matches still up through mid-May. I don't believe we currently have any other ones scheduled, so keep your eyes out on the speed gaming event schedule, and if you're in the Discord, you can always keep a lookout on the events there. Yeah, as King Bean points out, there's a total of 14 people left who still need to qualify. And if you're wanting to join, we are keeping them open for now, at least. We will let everybody know when they officially close. But yeah, as it stated, good job, everybody. And unless there's any final comments you want to make, we can wrap this up.
No, GG's, everyone.
Yeah, GG's. Thanks to Speed Gaming for hosting.
Thanks to all of you for that.
Yeah.
That was incredible. I love you guys.
Oh, we all love you too, Joe. We appreciate it, man. All right, well, yeah, thank you to Speed Gaming for hosting, as always. Thank you to the wonderful Game Draco for joining me on commentary today. Fun as always, man.
Thank you.
Thank you to the runners for an incredible and fun qualifier to watch. And as always, thank you to everybody watching, because we wouldn't be able to keep up our motivation to do this on Speed Gaming every year if we didn't have a nice audience with us. So, but yeah, looks like we're wrapping it up. So, good job, everybody, and we'll catch everyone in the next stream. So, may the force be with you.
Good luck, everyone. May the force be with you.